My name is Stuart Strand, and I'm a research professor, retired but still active at the University of Washington. And I developed the genetically modified houseplants with Dr. Long Shang, my collaborator, about 10 years ago. What inspired us to do this work is the desire to remove pollutants from the environment, and particularly from indoor air environment, where families are exposed to all kinds of toxics. And we were aware that there are various genes for enzymes that degrade these toxic compounds, destroy them, and that these could be introduced into plants. Standard houseplants don't really do anything. There is a lot of literature that says they do, but that literature is all flawed because they use very high concentrations in their experiments, and that encourages the bacteria in soil to do something they don't do in the home, and that is to turn on the enzymes for the degradation of some of these compounds. But if we introduce the genes for the enzymes that degrade the compounds in the plants and put them under control so that they're on all the time, then we can degrade the compounds at the concentrations that are found in the home. Well, a lot of people have HEPA filters in their homes. They're very good at removing particles, which are one of the main pollutants that we breathe. And so that problem is kind of solved by the use of HEPA filters. So why not combine the HEPA filter apparatus, which is pulling air from the filter, why not add to it a miniature greenhouse with the plants that will remove what the HEPA filter doesn't, like benzene and formaldehyde, human carcinogens. Benzene and formaldehyde are the primary carcinogenic volatile chemicals in our home air, and they come from various sources. Some of them you can avoid. Benzene is produced by smoking or open flames in the home, so you can avoid that. Formaldehyde is more difficult to avoid because it comes from glues, laminates, and other products that are used in the home. You can avoid those, but it also comes from cooking. And chloroform comes out of the hot water that you use, that's chlorinated by the city source. If you use a city source of water, that chloroform is emitted into the air from the water. And we're talking about lifestyle changes, and a lot of people aren't willing to do that, and they shouldn't have to. So if we remove the chemicals that are formed by such activities, then you can maintain your own lifestyle, although you shouldn't smoke. So our plants are based upon sound scientific findings about the capabilities of bacterial and mammalian enzymes and the genes that produce them, and their abilities to degrade toxic compounds. One of the reasons that we chose Pothos ivy as our target species is that the methods for transforming it were already developed. It's hard to transform a plant that has not been transformed before. There's a lot of art and skill in it, and trial and error. It takes years to develop that. The advantages of using Pothos ivy as a houseplant and a recipient for the genes that we were introducing into it are that it's a commonly grown plant indoors. It's widely grown. It's popular. It's easy to grow. It's hard to kill, and it doesn't flower, so you don't have any pollen production. So it has biosafety advantages. The units that Origen is developing, they're smaller units for use in the home, we think could clean a room the size of a bedroom or a living room, but not a whole home. It would require a larger unit than that. But we're presently seeking approval for use of the plants in the United States, which will increase the market beyond Canada. And I see it being widely used in homes. There's a lot of interest in this technology. It's a beneficial use of GMOs, and it will improve the health of people that are otherwise exposed to these compounds that are present in all homes.